What is going on, guys? So today we are back with another video, and today we're actually going to be starting a two-part series on my Nightmare Cup tournament experience. Our tournament, as always, so far is being held in the Reboot Arcade, which is in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The owner is such a cool dude. I mean, he is a really nice guy, and he's always such a great host. I mean, it's a bar, so that if you are wanting to partake in some alcohol, by all means, you may. So it's a really nice laid-back environment. It's really cool. I haven't had a single problem going to this place yet, so definitely always enjoy going up there. But first things first, I do want to kind of go over my team, the 6 Pokemon that I chose to enter the tournament with, and kind of why I chose those. So oddly enough, our very first Pokemon here is Umbreon, and this Umbreon was literally chosen just to scare people off. So the Umbreon doesn't have Last Resort. I do not have a Last Resort Umbreon. It is a clean 1500, but it literally was just chosen because I didn't really have anything else that I wanted to really put on the team. So I just kind of wanted to pick a Pokemon that would scare someone off necessarily. So I thought about putting Shiftry and all kinds of stuff like that, but I just ultimately decided on Umbreon because I felt like the presence of Umbreon was kind of in the back of everyone's mind as, oh, I gotta work around that Umbreon now. So that was kind of the whole purpose of it. I used it once, I think, and it did actually work one good time for me, but other than that, it was literally just there for the intimidation factor. Our next Pokemon is the Alolan Raticate, which I really like Alolan Raticate. So in everything that I practiced with, I ended up liking Quick Attack Hyper Fang Crunch a lot better than the Bite variant, but into the actual tournament, a lot of people were running Bite instead of Quick Attack, and there were a couple of times where I really wish that I did have Bite, but I ran Quick Attack just because he was kind of like my generalist, even though thinking back now, having that super duper weakness to fighting probably doesn't make you a great generalist candidate, but hey, I rolled with it. Quick Attack Hyper Fang Crunch was the moveset, and I was pretty happy with the performance of Alolan Raticate. Our next Pokemon is Xatu here. Xatu with Air Slash, Aerial Ace, and Ominous Wind, and I've pretty much felt like Xatu was one of those absolutely needed to have picks. Xatu just makes a lot of sense. It really hurts a lot of the fighting types, and it actually has moves that go good up against the psychic types, plus in the mirror, I guess. And then, you know, it's an all-around general good psychic type Pokemon with a little bit of punch towards the psychic types, which are its own typing, so I felt like that was pretty good. Next we have Drapion. Literally minutes before the tournament happened, I was like, you know what, I kind of want to run Drapion, even though I probably shouldn't. I originally had Skuntank, I believe, in this slot, and I was just kind of like, man, I don't know if I really want to run Skuntank. I just like Drapion as a Pokemon all around better, and Infestation and Aqua Tail was just a really enticing moveset. I definitely should have invested and got the Crunch, but I just didn't. And same as in the original video, once I started and I knew that I needed it, I didn't feel like it was I didn't feel like it was okay for me to just buy another move. I felt like that was kind of crappy, so I just ended up sticking with Infestation and Aqua Tail. It did actually do some decent work. I felt pretty happy with the choice overall, so Drapion, I love Drapion. Our next one is our Toxicroak here. Counter Sludge Bomb and Mud Bomb. I mean, what else can you say about Toxicroak? He's literally the one and only fighter that can actually combat other fighters, and he's just all around a really solid pick. He does have a really bad weakness to the psychic types, but I mean, you can kind of play around that in a lot of scenarios, so I really like Toxicroak. I don't feel like I honestly feel like he was the other like absolute must-have like Xatu was. Xatu definitely was that pick that I felt like I needed to have, and Toxicroak was that other one that I felt like I honestly needed to have. Last but not least, we do have the Alolan Raichu with Spark, Wild Charge, and I went with Psychic just because I felt like maybe I could do some work with it, like maybe it would be okay in some random matchup. I don't think I ever actually used it, but I definitely felt like Wild Charge was a decent move in itself, and Thunder Punch was just for speed. And I mean, anything that I was going to be going up against with Alolan Raichu, I didn't necessarily feel like I needed like any more speed than Spark already gave me. So I was pretty okay with the moveset, but I don't think I ended up using it like at all. It was just kind of there in case I needed it. Actually, I don't remember using Alolan Raichu very much anyways. So with team comp out of the way, let's actually get into our first round here. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to split this up. I may just do one round here, and then we'll do 3 rounds in the next video. And we'll just try to roll it out like that. So let's go ahead and jump into round 1. So going into round 1 here, we do actually go up against Review, and so this guy he's always really cool. He's always really nice, and he's just like super laid back. And while I was sitting here, I was like, I wonder if he knows that his name is Review, but also Review. And then I was like, I'm not even gonna say something. I'm just gonna feel stupid. So like, anyways, for our first match here, first right off the bat with his team, I do notice that he doesn't carry a Psychic type, which pretty much allows Toxicroak to just kind of run rampant here. So I end up setting up with Toxicroak as my lead in all 3 rounds, and it kind of made this matchup pretty one-sided, unfortunately. So in our first matchup here, like I said, leading with Toxicroak, he leads with Shiftry. Not too worried about this, considering that Toxicroak can just kind of farm out a ton of this damage here. And we take a Leaf Blade. It's not very effective, so it doesn't really do too big a chunk of damage. He does go out into the Blaziken, and for some stupid reason, I switch into Alolan Redacted. Like, I don't know if you guys remember me saying this in the regional video, but I just had a bunch of stupid switches this weekend. And this, you're gonna see a lot in this video. So I switched into Alolan Redacted. I immediately got deleted just for some stupid reason. I don't know why I did it, but that literally just cost me the match right there. He just had, I mean, everything else was pretty much easy peasy for him. So going into our round 2 here, still gonna lead with Toxicroak, as it is definitely the safest lead for me. I was also like kind of taken back in that first match based on how good Blast Burn and Blaze Kick actually did on Blaziken. I didn't have any prior practice actually looking at those moves, actually seeing how much they're going to do to certain Pokemon. So I was kind of surprised at how much damage they actually did. So it kind of came down to this matchup being whether I was going to win this first round or not. And we end up doing a little bit of shield work here, and we kind of just literally farm out that Blaziken there. He switches into Shiftry, and then I kind of just try to... Are these people seriously beeping their horn? So now, after some insane lag in both round 2 and in round 3, starting off here with Toxicroak, he's got the Lucario. He immediately switches this time into Drapion, which is no big deal for me. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to try to farm some energy here and get off a couple of Mud Bombs in a row, hopefully pressuring that shield usage down to where he kind of has to really consider, do I want to keep this Drapion? And he ends up using both shields right there. He's got that Aqua Tail, which is going to be actually really fast. He's gonna lose the Drapion there and come back into the Lucario. I'm just gonna try to throw out some Mud Bombs here, and that's gone for the Lucario there. Stupid gnat. And as you can see, the Toxicroak literally just ends up running a crazy spread there on that last match. Unfortunately, without a Psychic type, he just literally didn't have any options to really take out that Toxicroak, and it could just kind of do what it does best.